Love Dr. Cappy here, world's foremost expert, as far as you know, because you could just do like the babies boomers do. Self declare yourself an expert. So, look, no, dating guru, Cappy. I'm a guru. I'm sorry. I thought I was a love expert. No, I'm a dating guru. Self declared. So you know it's authentic. And we have requests. And as always, if you have a request, as long as you got money, you can email me at assholeconsulting.com. Howdy, Cappy. I'm interested in your opinion and advice on dating post wall women. Me, 58, 5'11. How dare you, sir? How dare you? You come into my house only being 5'11, knowing full damn well you better be 6 feet tall. How dare you, sir? 205. Is that overweight? Average looking. Is that overweight? Hang on. Let me just do some math here. Okay. I'm 5'9, so I'm 69 pounds, 150. Divided by 69. By the way, pounds per inch is a good calculation. 150 divided by 69. So I'm 2.17 pounds. Now you are 5'11. So that is 71. You're 205 divided by 71. 2.2, 2.88. Yeah, unless you were jacked like a tank, you're overweight. 2.9 pounds. Divided by 2.17 equals you are 33% more fat than I am. Okay. I know this isn't your question. I'm just an asshole and telling you how it is. Average looking, make 150 to 200,000. Okay, that might make up for your lack of being 6 feet tall. I think you're just how insulting, sir, that you be 5'11. What the hell is wrong with you? No kids and live in you live in a very fancy part of Phoenix. I've been MGTOW for 15 to 20 years. I gave up on dating dozens of years ago because I couldn't stand female logic. There's emotions. They by the way, they are capable of logic. They are. I've seen it. I've seen many engineers, obviously my girlfriend's an accountant. They are capable. It's whether they decide to turn the on switch on at the and ladies, by the way, if you want to get a guy long term, turn the on switch on and never turn it off. There you will always be logical. Recently, I've been approached by several post-wall women. I'm attracted to women in their 40s, but not attracted to postmenopausal women. I'm not interested in dating someone who looks like a grandmother. No guy is. It's called nature. Any thoughts or advice would be appreciated. Prefer a YouTube response. I don't see anything wrong. I just had a simple question. Do you enjoy dating women? He says, I do not enjoy dating, but I like being in a relationship. Video response, please. Paid already. All right. Yeah. So it's kind of I'd like to be in shape, but I don't want to go to the gym. I'd like to be in good cardiovascular shape, but I don't want to run or go for a hike. There really is no way to get into a relationship without dating. And it's like I'd like to have low cholesterol, but I like bacon. You just good things come with hard work and sacrifice or some kind of cost. And yeah, what you got to decide that the economic choice the decision, the analysis you have to do is calculate is being in a relationship is the benefit from that more than the pain and the price you're going to endure while dating. And I have not been out in the dating world in a long time. I hear it's horseshit. I don't know about upper middle age guys like you though, and you're going after gals in their 40s. Maybe it's a little bit better, maybe. Although you're dating squarely now Gen X gals, younger and older millennials, so I just going to assume it's going to be a nightmare. You already knew dating's going to be a pain in the ass. It wasn't fun when we were young; we were just horny, and it is just going to be a pain in the ass now. So the decision you have to make, the analysis you must do, is how much do you want to be in a relationship? Put it on one side of the scale, and then put the pain and agony of being in the dating. And if one goes the other way, and it's like, okay, well, then maybe you got to give up on. If you're not willing to put in the work, then you're going to have to give up on a relationship, and then being okay with that decision. Now, obviously, it's not as simple as a scale. I always, part of being intelligent is figuring out a way in a disadvantaged situation or an uphill battle, still finding a way to do it intelligently with less resources or without so much pain. And so in your case, man, I get it. In terms of dating, I would not be there's no dinner. By the way, if I'm ever single again or the GF goes away, I'm not doing dinner. It's not gonna happen. That shit, that is 30 years old, buried in the past. We ain't going to no movie. We ain't going to no dinner. It's hiking. I think where you could kind of kill two birds with one stone and not really lessen the your chances of getting into a relationship, but make the dating less painful is you really don't do classic dating. You're in Arizona. You're in Phoenix. Man, I'd be hiking. You could kill three birds with one stone. You lose a little weight. Not now. It's too hot. It's July in Phoenix. Obviously not. But you got there's like what, 10 peaks in the metro area. There's Piestro. Used to be called Squaw Peak, but they named it after an American Indian gal who died in Iraq. I'm like, that's fair. That's good. Yeah. Okay. Camelback, South Mountain, was it Thompson Peak, McDonald, Black Mountain over in Cave Creek. There's the White Mountains out past Lucas Air Force Base. You have the Peralta Mountain Trails. You could do Flatiron if you really wanted to train up to it. But my point with that, or golfing, Phoenix is great for golfing. I would be going and doing and living your life, whatever your hobbies and activities are. And if there's girls along, cool. Or if you find a cute girl, say, hey, you a golfer? I don't know what your hobbies are. But whatever it is that you were going to go do and live life. And look, let's just look at it simply. There's more fun things to do in life than dating. Matter of fact, dating or not, let's say there wasn't a gal around, you weren't married, you're still going to out and do fun things. I would just stick with those fun things. So if it doesn't work out, at least I got a good hike in. At least I got a good round of golfing. At least God, what the hell do you do when it's 110 degrees in Phoenix? I guess we sat and chilled out and drank some beer. That is I think you could kill three birds with one stone that way. Quote, you're dating, but it's nowhere near as painful. You're doing what you want to do. You're enjoying life, gaining exercise and improving on your weight. And then you're doing what you want. You're also dating and improving your health. And that might lead to a relationship. Indoors, I always recommend ballroom dancing. That's what I do. Hell, Phoenix. Well, yeah, you don't want to do. It's huge retirement community, so those are going to be too old for you. But yeah, you could salsa dance, country dance, absolutely. That's a big town. Hang on, let me see. I bet you there's if I looked it up right now. Phoenix. Oh, I remember when computers used to work. SwingDancingPhoenix.com. They got calendars. They tell you Greater Phoenix Swing Dance Club, the Lindy Hop Society, Swing Dancing in Arizona, Tuesday nights, 525 South Central Avenue, Phoenix, Arizona. There you go. Now just keep in mind it could be the special needs people. I'm not saying this is the silver bullet to your solution. Just know that every dance community goes through a cycle, and the final stages, the death stage, is when you have the socially awkward adult nerds. I don't mean nerds who can still be social, they just were nerds. I'm talking the weird ones. The 45-year-old virgins. Just you'll know. If you go in one night, look around like, I see, yes, people who will never procreate. Got it. All right. And that may not be your cup of tea. That I tried salsa dance or maybe country dancing. Same thing as swing dancing. Just hoo dang. People wear cowboy belts and buckles and hats. And the songs are lame. Um, that's another thing you could do. It also would help with your cardio. Um, and there's nothing. Yeah, it's over for postmenopause. Oh, sure, if you're 80, you might date a 60-year-old. I get it. And some women can stay in shape when they're older. And God bless you gals that do. You let your hair grow long. But they're for the most part, women your age have thrown in the towel. They got the short boomer haircut. They let the weight gain. They have zero fucks to give about sexuality. Um, I would almost say you're better off dating 40 somethings because at least there's still a little bit of hormones left. Those women still seem to like they don't immediately go for that retired woman haircut. It's just so much easier to maintain. Like, fuck you. You gotta have long hair. You gotta look like a woman. You gotta wear a dress until I'm fucking dead. Then you can go play wannabe lesbian if you want. You've been approached by post-wall attractive influencer. Well, look, if they're already approaching you, that's a good sign too. About half the work is done. Uh, sure, yeah, absolutely. You're making good money now. You want to get in a relationship, right? Here comes the balance. You got to seem like you're successful, but not wealthy or rich. Okay. And if you're going to be wealthy or rich, you're going to, because if you were honest about how much you make a lot of money. So you got to be very clear. Like you can date, but you're going to have to suss out and date a lot of gals. That's another thing is fine, date all you want, but you want to be in a relationship. Well, it's going to take a long ass time to find a quality gal, especially at that age. By that, I mean, the fruit's been picked over. Generally speaking, the quality gals have been picked off a long time ago. Now you got people on the first, second, third, eighth divorce, whatever the cool hip, people are doing nowadays. And you could be in a relationship, but you better have like some rules. Maybe even set up a trust with your estate. I don't know what your estate is, but or be kind of clear. It takes tact and timing. You can't just go and listen, bitch. You better not be coming after my money. That's not the first date conversation to have, which I'm sure you know. But you date, you let them talk about, yeah, okay, yeah. Um, I don't know. Do you have a fancy house? I'd almost not bring them home. Just date a little bit. Just go out, and meet them there, find the gals, and okay. I'd imagine you've been there a long time. You've worked very hard to get where you are. You got your little your fortress of solitude, and a good policy I've found, especially with women that are older, they're kind of in their ways. So are you. Say, I really believe in people remaining autonomous and having their own privacy and sovereignty. Right? You have a life, I have a life, and I don't want to step on each other's toes. Like I don't want to. You go do your thing over there, I'll do my thing, and there's no commitment or anything, but yeah, I'm not in a rush to get married, not in a rush to live together. Probably won't, if you never want to get married, never want to live together, say that. I'm looking for a relationship. We could date, we could be committed, but no, we're not living together. There's no marriage. I think that's okay on a second date, third date kind of thing. But you first date minimum, if not first 3 dates, you just kind of watching them behave. Is she bad talking her ex? Does she have, you could ask, this is where the interview happens. You're having fun, you're hiking. What do you do? I'm a hair salonist. Oh, good. That's a bad example. What do you do? I'm a typical whatever, social worker. Oh, got a master's degree in social work? Yeah, I do. Oh, when did you get that? 2 years ago. Should tell you immediately, student debt. Oh, yeah, student debt with that? I do. And she ain't got no money. Another thing I like about physical dates, like let's go for a hike. You're gonna find out whether she's in shape or not. You'll find out very quickly. Oh, you got family? Yeah, I got kids, which is to be expected at that age. That's fine. At this point, yeah, you're gonna have single moms. That's gonna be. Oh, how old are your children? You know, uh 18, 21, and 9. Wait, what? We're the 9-year. Oh, well, he still lives at home. Yeah, well, his dad, he, I would. Yep, you've been 15, 20 years. You know how this goes. But I would the short version of the strategy I'm recommending you employ is that you incorporate dating into the life of fun you're already planning on living, if not you're living already. You want to go for a hike, invite a girl. You're going to go for golfing, you look, oh, there's a cute girl, ask her if she wants to go golfing. You want to pick up a hobby, I recommend dancing, good hobby. It's fun on its own. You're obviously asking girls to dance, but you could ask a girl on a, hey, I go dancing. Do you want to learn how to dance? But as always, man, yeah, it's going to be a lot of wandering in the desert. Going to be a lot of frogs you're going to be kissing, and I would absolutely reel in your expectations. I mean, you're the prime candidate for going overseas, but I know it doesn't sound like you want to get married or anything, which is fine. You want a relationship. You don't want someone clear across the Atlantic or the Pacific. I don't know if you're ready for that endeavor, but yeah, life life life's too short to date. It really is. Used to be fun, and even then it wasn't all that fun. But it's just too, especially when you're in the last third of your life. Life is way too fucking short to date. Yeah, well, I'm gonna go do this fun thing. If you'd like to come with me, you're welcome. But the sit down and let me take you to dinner. If girls are asking for it at that, no, you don't get the dinner. We're not. That was in the '90s. You had your shot in the '90s and the '80s. We're not doing that anymore. Do you want to go have fun? And then reel in your expectations. Expect nothing. There you go. I think that'd be about it. Let me take a look. If you got in shape, getting in better shape, you're not out of shape, but if you were in better shape, now watch, he's like this totally jacked guy. Um, Nothing bad's gonna only good things come from that. At minimum, your health improves, but that might make things a little bit easier. Uh, yeah, you're in a big town. What are they up to 5 million now in Phoenix? You're in a big town. All right, any super chats? No super chats. None. Good. All right. See you guys later. Toodles.